Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Today we're going to have another episode of cool stuff that arrived in the post that is going to be ages before I actually get around to painting. And today it is, if I can get it in shot, that is the Doctor Who 11th Doctor and Companion set from Warlord Games. I've recently done a whole bunch of footage on the Doctor Who Exterminate miniatures game, and now I've got some more stuff for it. It's a good game in its way. I mean, you can check out my review on Always Bored, Never Boring, or check out my video series here on YouTube. You know, all that good stuff. But yeah, up until now, I've been either using proxies for stuff, or I've just been doing Sorry, I should do this on camera so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not just making horrible rustling noises off camera. But yeah, up until now I've mainly been sort of dealing with Cybermen and Daleks, and that's what the video that I put on YouTube involved. Boxes in boxes. I suppose Doctor Who is all about boxes in its way, isn't it? There's a rather amazing picture of Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor. I'll be a story in your head, but that's okay. We're all stories in the end. Just make it a good one, eh? Lovely quote. So, yeah, the Doctor Who miniatures game it's a war game that I won't be using really as a war game. I'm going to be using it to create sort of interesting scenarios and things like that. It's a very simple rule set, but it needed a lot more than the Cybermen and the Daleks that come in the starter set to be able to sort of make it live up to its potential and the potential of the show. So I have acquired an 11th Doctor set and a few other bits and bobs, which I'll be showing in another video. And look at that! Isn't that pretty? That's a box inside a box inside a... Well, we've got a box inside a sleeve inside a box. Cool. It's all shimmery. There's some cards. Run, you clever boy. We'll have a look at those in a minute. Sorry, I'm a bit all over the place this morning. I'm a little bit, you know, I've just drank a whole bunch of coffee. My baby boy has fallen asleep on me, so I'm taking the opportunity to quickly shoot some video, and yeah, I'm all over the place. So this is going to be a little bit, but then okay, that's kind of fitting for Doctor Who footage, I suppose. So it's a set of 5 miniatures, and as you can see, they are single-piece metal miniatures. We'll have a look at each of them outside the box. Everybody's got their backs to us. How rude. Let's start with the man of the moment. This, by the way, just little grey plastic bases, because the models have integral bases, which if you were going to just paint them for display, I suppose you would probably leave them on those. But if you're going to be playing the game with them, then you're probably going to want to base them up properly, so they've given you little plastic bases. Right. Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor, my favourite Doctor, the Doctor that got me back into New Who after Christopher Eccleston killed any interest in Doctor Who that I had. I used to really like Doctor Who, and then Christopher Eccleston kind of rebooted the franchise, and it's a controversial opinion, I know, but I thought he was awful. Anyway, here we go. Things to note about Warlord Games' Doctor Who line is that they are pretty much screen accurate, and also they have eschewed heroic scales. So these are gonna look small compared to things like Games Workshop, and the proportions are more realistic. You're not going to get dudes who have got hands bigger than their heads and stuff like that. They haven't gone for the big hands, big head, heroic scale. It's all more screen accurate than that, and single piece, which is good. It's good for people who aren't really into assembling miniatures and things like that. That's a really nice miniature, isn't it? And I would say, look at, if I can get it to focus. That's a pretty incredible likeness, I would say, of the 11th Doctor. I think they've got the hair right, they've got everything else right. Not overly impressed with the sonic screwdriver, which is a little bit like a cucumber. Stand back! I've got a cucumber. Or maybe that's Missy's pointy stick, the ultimate Dalek killing weapon. It's a good miniature. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, in these companion sets, you get one Doctor, and then you get 4 companions who have at some point worked with that Doctor. It's not necessarily always the most obvious ones. I think then that's due to which characters they've got the license for at that particular time when the sets come out and things like that. I think the 12th Doctor set has the Paternoster gang, which although his first adventure did have those characters in it, they're probably more associated with 11 than 12. But there we go. See, it's got the names on the bases here. So this is Dr. River Song. This is her in a classic action pose. This is the outfit, and indeed this pretty much looks like it's lifted from that moment when the Doctor takes on the silence, and there's that really... Okay, spoilers, by the way, spoilers. If you haven't seen the episode, he does an amazing thing where he embeds the silence's own message to kill them all inside the moon landing footage, and it's an incredible moment, and it's immediately followed by River Song going nutso, and I believe this is the outfit that she is wearing when she basically murderlates everybody. It's a cool dynamic model. Not as convinced as on the face on that one. I don't think that looks that's as accurate as it could be. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not as good as the Doctor. It looks very big compared to the Doctor. Hello, sweetie. Very cool miniatures, though. Who else have we got? Clara. This is not the only model of Clara available. This is a very sweet model. It's really nice. It's really dainty. It's got a good sense of movement in it, in the dress and everything. Painted up, that could be made to look very much like her. Is there a painted version on the box? Was there a painted version of her on the box? Yes, there is. So I can't get this in shot because I went in close because I knew I was going to be looking at miniatures, and now I can't get the box in. So there she is, painted. That looks to me. I'm not the biggest Doctor Who fan in the world. I do love Doctor Who, but I'm not a real Whovian, so I'm not well up on things. It's possibly the outfit that she wears when she's trapped inside the TARDIS, when the TARDIS gets when they take the shields down and they get captured by some salvagers, and then they all end up trapped inside the TARDIS, which is sort of exploded, caught in a second of time as it's exploding. That looks like the outfit she's wearing there. I watched that episode not long ago, and that's what it looks like. I might be wrong, but that's the outfit that it looked like, especially with that paint job. And then obviously the characters probably most associated with 11, we have the Pond, and she is in her police officer outfit, her kissogram outfit. Not necessarily the outfit that I would have wanted her in for gaming. I understand they've done that from a collector's point of view. It's her iconic first appearance as an adult. Obviously, it's not her first appearance in the series when she's wearing this, but it's her first appearance as an adult, so it's quite iconic. But I had a thing when they introduced Amy Pond that I I didn't like the fact that she was sort of introduced as this kissogram in a police lady outfit, and then she sort of promptly throws herself at the Doctor in a quite. And at the time, I thought I was a little bit grating and a little bit. I wasn't keen on that sort of way that they introduced that character. But over time, as it sort of built up her character as someone who had waited for him for so long and had created him as this fictitious best friend, it sort of all started to make a lot more sense that she was never able to sort of get past that moment. And it all kind of is one of those things. It was a slow burn. It kind of makes sense. It started to make more sense to me as the show went on, but it was something that immediately jarred with me and made it so that it was difficult for me to immediately like her as a character. But as she went on through the series, I did obviously become a big fan of the Ponds. And that's a good miniature, but yeah, I would have rather had her in a different outfit, especially for miniatures gaming. Not the outfit that I'm expecting her to be running away from the Daleks in much, but it's a cool model. It's a very cool model, and I would say that, when that's painted up, that's going to look great. What else we got? Obviously, the boy who waited. Here he is, Rory. Again, this is his scrubs. This is the outfit he's wearing in his first appearance. With a bit of flash on there. Don't need that. Not a lot of cleanup on these. I've noticed. There's a little bit of moulding flash, and a tiny little bit of sanding to do on some of it. But I would say overall, very very clean casts and really very very good miniatures. I like them a lot. This one's a bit grubby. But yeah, this is his original outfit, his original look, and it's cool. Yeah, surprised if I suppose what they've done is they've gone for first appearance looks there. They didn't with River Song and they didn't with Clara. But am I being stupid? Is that actually her dress from when she's actually her first appearance, where she's actually Souffle Girl? Is it? That may be it. I'm going to reevaluate that. I think that possibly is her first appearance costume. Well, there we go. I guess they couldn't go for River Song's first appearance costume because her first appearance costume is a space suit in the library. So there we go. Maybe, but anyway. So they've obviously gone for the outfits from their first appearances for Rory and Amy at least, and possibly Clara there. But I'm surprised they didn't. If they've gone for Amy Pond as police officer, I'm not sure why they didn't do Rory the Roman. But then I would rather have him in his scrubs than as Rory the Roman. That has to be said. Am I talking complete gibberish yet? I have no idea anymore. Run, you clever boy. That's a picture of her as the Souffle Girl, but I can't see her outfit in the picture, so I can't tell. Yeah, so they've kind of pitched a lot of this stuff at collectors, but they do have cards. So for playing the game, Exterminate. I don't know if people are interested in looking at all these cards, but right. So we've got cards for Clara only, and a card for River Song only. Hello, sweetie. Discard this card to immediately give any remaining wounds of the River Song character to the Doctor. That kind of makes sense. Discard this card during the initiative phase. You automatically win the initiative. This cannot be countered. Spoilers. That's really cool. I do like a lot of the cards in the Exterminate game. They've done quite an interesting job of marrying mechanics to quotes, shall we say. There's a so that's interesting. Rory Williams, he has an improvised weapon. They've started putting weapons on the back of the cards, which is useful. He has medical training. So we've got Rory, Amy Pond, The Doctor, there he is. All hope is lost. Get a shot, you guys. To save you, I could do anything. If both Rory Williams and Amy Pond are in your faction and Amy is exterminated, discard this card to save Amy Pond. Rory Williams is exterminated instead. Ouch. I wonder if there's a reason why you would want to keep one alive over the other. That will require some closer consideration. Because looking at it, Rory is stronger. He has better defense. He has better close combat attack. He has more wounds. So it would have to be a good reason why I would want to take Rory out of action instead of aiming. Clara Oswald. That's the outfit. Is that the Souffle Girl outfit? Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. It probably is. I'm probably looking like a complete idiot. And River Song. She's a marksman. Sexist. Sonic device. Little sonic screwdriver. Isn't there a sonic screwdriver on his actual card? No, it's not. Yay! There's Rory the Roman. Now wait, hang on. I got my spaceship, I got my boys, my work here is done. Discard this card to give the Doctor and Rory Williams a special double move in either the movement or shooting subphase. This movement should bring them closer to Amy Pond. That's quite cool. That's again, well, yeah, it's all keep them alive, keep them together. Good stuff. Fun things. One other thing, show you quickly. This video is quite long already. I've got a TARDIS too. This is a screen accurate 11th Doctor TARDIS. This is the TARDIS as it appears once it gets fixed up when 11 turns up. Warlord Games recently did a blister pack. I got cut open. Warlord Games recently did a promotion where it's like if you spend so much money you get 10 quid off. So I bought a bunch of stuff, and that meant I got this TARDIS for free because this TARDIS was £10. So I got a free TARDIS, and I can't get into it, which is quite fitting, really. I mean, it's the TARDIS. You're not supposed to get into it unless it wants you to get into it. I'm mashing that up. Come on, out. This is a resin piece that won't come out of its packaging. Got it. Got it. This is a single piece resin miniature. There's plastic everywhere. Oh my gosh. And that is really cool. Tiny little bit of sanding needed on the bottom. Sanding resin. It's not good for you. Don't breathe in the particles. Yeah, that's really cool. And like I say, I effectively got that for free. Where are you, Doc? There you go. Requires some paint, I would say. Is there any cards or anything in there with this? There's a little leaflet. A little thing about Warlord Games resin kits. The resin parts are best briefly washed in warm water with a dab of washing up liquid. Assemble using super glue. It's a single piece kit. Right. There we go. So that's it. So that's my 11th Doctor set. And my little TARDIS. That's cool. I'm happy with that. Chunky single piece of resin. I have got a few other Doctor Who things. I ordered some Vashta Narada and I ordered the Empress of Mars. I will open those in another video. Because for now, I think I've spoken for long enough about the Doctor. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.